Come see why now. Your eyewitness weather forecast.
All right, welcome back. So we are noticing those high clouds start to increase. Those are usually a precursor of things to come, and we will finally get some rain out of those clouds. But also some new information to share with you, too, regarding the weekend forecast. So 76 at the top of the hour. The barometer will start to fall, this number, 3003. So once that happens, that's another indication that the weather will be changing. So it's the final offer of great weather with windy, much cooler weather building in by the weekend and kind of a windswept rain at times, particularly Saturday morning. But some of the new information is actually now slowing everything down. So even tomorrow morning might not be too bad with at least some sun and then some wet weather arriving by the evening. Numbers out there now are in the upper 70s from Utica to Rome, and we're in the mid 70s in Cooperstown. Low 70s Springfield Center, Worcester 74, and up in the Adirondacks, temperatures here are in the low 70s at last check. So here's the setup this coming weekend as winds will shift into the north and west, and particularly on Sunday, we're going to get into some scattered lake effect rain showers. But I think the way the wind will align itself, the most persistent and consistent rain showers will be north of the area on Sunday. There'll still be a few regular, just scattered showers coming through. So here's the setup tonight. Warm air out ahead of this cold front that's marching east, pushing through portions of Detroit and getting in towards Cleveland, Ohio. You can see the band of wet weather associated with that. That will arrive here tomorrow late in the day. And then there's this next cold front to the west. That's the one that really has the teeth. The much cooler air filling in behind that, and it will be here by Sunday. So we'll watch the clouds increase tonight. There could be a spotty shower around late tonight and into tomorrow morning, but that would be about it. Clouds will continue to increase as we go into Friday, and then watch. Here we are at 5 o'clock, still not that much. That's what I mean. This whole system's slowing down, but I would hedge my bets on at least a few scattered showers passing through. And then watch what happens Saturday. So Saturday morning, some embedded rain and thundery downpours indicated by these yellows. So some pockets of heavy rain. So Saturday morning, probably likely washed out. But watch what happens as we get into the afternoon. Notice how it kind of pivots north. And by 5 o'clock, we actually see the steady, consistent rain taper to just a few spotty showers. And there could even be a few breaks of sun by Saturday in the evening. Tonight, breezy late tonight. Clouds increase. There could be a few spotty showers. It's still mild, like ridiculously mild, 62. With this system slowing down tomorrow, 72 might be a little low. We'll continue to watch the clouds increase, breezy, showers developing into the afternoon. Then we go into the weekend. Showed you this yesterday, too. The cooler air will start to fill in by the time we get to Sunday. 70 forecast looks like this. So wet weather developing in the, we'll say, mid to late afternoon tomorrow, 72. Like I said, Saturday morning, there's going to be periods of rain, some of that locally heavy, but it's not all day. I think it tapers by the evening. Temperatures in the 60s before turning cooler by Sunday, only around 50-ish. We're going to have these scattered passing lake effect rain showers. Lake effect type weather, meaning some areas will have some wet weather, some will have some intervals of sun. That's the pattern we're going into next week.
That's all right. I know there were plenty of people that were hoping for this fall weather, kind of put off by the heat. So fall weather is here.
This weekend.
Somebody will enjoy it. All right, Craig, thank you. When we come back, new developments.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
All right, what's going on in central New York? Another warm evening out there, but we are in kind of the final hours of the unusual warmth. As we go into the day tomorrow, it's kind of, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not going to be as warm, but still low and mid 70s, that is above average. 67, let's put this into perspective for you. Our normal high temperature for the afternoon, this time of the year in October, is 62. All right, it is quarter after 10, and we're at 67. So it just goes to show you that it's acting a little strange out there still, but it's the final offer. That's it on the great weather. Now, looks like tomorrow, it's, like I said, not going to be a terrible day. But as we get into the weekend, windy, much cooler weather. And it's going to be kind of this windswept rain at times, particularly Saturday morning. But I wanted to underscore this right here. Not a washout. In other words, I don't think it rains all day Saturday. And then on Sunday, we kind of get into this zip code weather, meaning there's going to be lake effect rain showers. Well, that's what lake effect is. Some areas, you know, like your friend Mark over there, will get poured on, and then you'll have some breaks of sun on Sunday. So that's kind of the weather pattern we're going into. 67 now in town, mid-60s in Rome. It's more like, I don't know, July as opposed to October here, even into the central leatherstocking region. Numbers in the 60s, Edmiston to Cooperstown. Up north, numbers are in the low 60s at this point, 64 in Old Forge. Some pretty good colors starting to form actually near peak in the Adirondacks. This is what we have for the weekend. It is a reality check. A smack right across the face, man. So as we get into Sunday, not so much Saturday, we're in the low 60s on Saturday, but Sunday, northwesterly winds drive in much cooler air, and that will mean some lake effect rain showers. I think the most consistent lake effect rain showers will be to the north. So we'll show you what's going on now. A little area low pressure there. There's a couple of cold fronts coming through. One guy here, you can see the rain stretching from Toronto down into Detroit and Cleveland, getting ready to push into western Pennsylvania, the Niagara frontier of New York, and then to the west, this area low pressure, there's a cold front attached to that one. That's the one with the teeth, and you can already see the evidence of the cooler air. Look at west of Winnipeg. You know what that is? Snow. Here's a look at Futurecast. So as we go through the day, tomorrow, we'll just notice increasing clouds. There could be a few spotty showers in the morning, and then as we get into the afternoon, that's your best chance of a shower. So you can see this is in the evening, actually, 8 o'clock. Could be a few rain showers coming through. And then overnight, Friday night to Saturday morning, probably the wettest period with some bouts of steadier rain coming in into Saturday morning. So Saturday morning plans, likely going to be washed out. But notice by the afternoon, late, the rain tapers, and we actually start to see some breaks develop in the cloud cover. So we're in the 70s tomorrow as the clouds increase. A few showers by late in the day. I think low 70s, Cooperstown, Milford. Low and mid for Oneonta. North Country, sunshine over to clouds. Temperatures upper 60s to the low 70s. We're not dropping much below 62 tonight. Breeze picks up, shower late, and then tomorrow, increasing clouds. Not quite as warm into the afternoon, high of 72. And again, you can see how the cooler air starts to envelop the region here as we go into Sunday. There's your 7-day forecast. So wet weather by tomorrow evening. And again, likely Saturday morning wet. Turning windy, cooler, 64. That's not far off where we should be, but by Sunday we're a bit below average with lake effect rain showers around the area. So kind of here and there type deal. Probably the most consistent up north. Stays cool into next week.
All right, well, fall is here.
Yep.
We've been waiting for it, and it's here. Craig, thank you. Sports with Brendan Miller is coming up next right after this break. Stay with us.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
What's going on Central New York? Friday coming up fast here tomorrow, and it's okay, right? So it's certainly not going to be as warm, but it's warm tonight still. We're in the mid-60s, which is very odd. I mean, we should be like 62 for the high temperature, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and we're talking about numbers still in the mid-60s. This is going to be changing. You know, I was talking about how weather kind of swings back and forth, the weather pendulum. So we're way up in the warm. We're going to go back to the cold as we go down into the weekend here. All right, so here's what to expect. Final offer, man. That's it. Now, like I said, tomorrow it's not terrible. We'll notice more clouds. there's going to be a few showers, I think, developing as we get into the late afternoon hours. And then by this weekend, windy and turning much cooler, especially on Sunday. And it's going to be kind of this windswept rain, too. I think the wettest part of the weekend is Saturday morning. We'll start to see some of the rain taper, though, by the evening. And then we kind of shift our focus to what will be lake effect rain showers. And you know how lake effect works. So some areas will have steady, consistent rain. Other areas, just a passing shower, maybe even a peek or two of sun. Temperatures right now are very mild for this time of the night. 67 Rome, down here to Utica as well. We're in the mid-60s, low to mid-60s, over towards Little Falls and down towards Cooperstown, 65 right now. Hamilton as well, 62 Canajoharie. Low 60s up in the Adirondacks here, 64 Old Forge, 65 in West Turin. So the change, been showing you this map the past few days, will come in the form of a cold front. Actually, two of them that will come sweeping on through here. So by Sunday, we realign the winds north and westerly. And again, cooler air over relatively warm lake means lake effect. And this time around, we're talking about rain showers. So here's a look at the setup now. Notice this little spin here. That's an area of low pressure just north of the arrowhead of Minnesota, International Falls. This right here is the cold front. That's what's coming through tomorrow with this band of wet weather. And then look to the north and west. You got to look hard. What is that? Yeah, it's snow up near Winnipeg this evening. Futurecast. So a couple spotty showers around in the morning. We get into the afternoon, there's a slightly better chance of rain showers, especially like late afternoon. Now watch what happens as we go into Saturday. We kind of see this area of rain, some embedded thunderstorms. Saturday morning, if you have plans or whatever you got going on, you'll need to have the umbrella. But by the evening, notice, look, the steady rain tapers, and there might actually be a few breaks in the clouds, so maybe some late day sun Saturday. We will see sun go to clouds tomorrow. Temperatures are going to top out somewhere in the lower mid-70s, and depending on how fast the rain gets in here in the afternoon, could be a little bit warmer than what is indicated here. So tonight turns breezy late tonight, and then clouds start to increase, maybe a few spotty showers, a low of 62. Through the day tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy, not quite as warm, showers developing especially late in the afternoon. So like I said at the top, warm weather going away. Here comes the blue and the below average weather as we go into the second half of the weekend and into early next week. So wet weather developing later Friday into Saturday morning. That's probably the wettest period. It will turn windy and much cooler, very windy Sunday. Lake effect rain showers steadiest to the north, but there will be some passing regular showers as well, along with some intervals of sun. And that's kind of the mantra here as we go into early next week. Still cool, a gusty breeze, temperatures in the 50s, maybe a little bit milder by late next week.
It is nice to hear, though, that Saturday, not a complete washout,
Yeah.
you know, some showers, but not raining all day.
Not all day, but definitely raining Saturday morning.
All right, Craig, thank you. Next after this break, a